The meeting has started recording. One last icebreaker that we're gonna ask all of y'all are what I-9 documents are you bringing to Estes Park, YMCA of the Rockies? So this one we're actually gonna call on you guys individually. So please feel free to, once you are called on, please unmute your mic and let us know what I-9 documents you're bringing, and then we will kind of give you feedback on that. Gannon, I think you jumped in first, and you've also got your video on, so unfortunately, I'm going to pick on you.
I'm bringing my passport.
Oh, down to the 12. Passport is probably your best one. And Gannon, are you going to bring a photocopy of your passport? What does that look like?
Hold on. I'll
Oh.
where is it? It's in here somewhere. There it is.
Oh, there we go. We got a winner. Incredible. Great job, Gannon. Gannon's got it on hand. Extra points for that. He was ready to go. He's ready to be called on. Perfect. That's perfect. Your passport, like I mentioned, probably your best form of documentation. It's probably the easiest. If you bring your passport, that's the only thing you need. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just move down the line in terms of who I'm seeing on screen. Megan, what will you be bringing for your I-9 documentation?
I'm also bringing my passport.
All right. Great. Riley, how about you?
I will also be bringing my passport.
Oh, goodness. Okay, fantastic. Alexiana? Let's see.
My passport.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Ethan, what are you bringing?
ID and birth certificate.
Wow. Good snaps. Snaps for Ethan. ID and birth certificate will cover you. So that was great. We had our two forms of documentation, one from list B and list C. Great job, Ethan. Ollie, how about you?
I'm bringing my passport.
Wonderful. Can we get a one clap? One, two, three. Nice. Faith, what are you bringing?
I'm also bringing my passport.
Oh, all right. Nicholas, how about yourself?
I will be bringing my passport.
Oh, you guys are all fantastic. Caleb, last one, last but not least.
I'll be bringing my driver's license and my social security number. That's our card.
Wonderful. Another fantastic. Round of applause for everyone. You guys killed it. You are all bringing proper documentation that you will need. Once again, last little reminder that it does need to be original documents. So it can't be a copy of those things. Please bring the original ones. Fantastic. Well, I was gonna go over I-9 documentation to start us off, but it seems like y'all have a pretty darn good grasp. So what I'll do really quickly is I'll share my screen once again, and we'll kind of just go over list A and then list B and C for anyone who might be watching, just so that if they missed the information in the past, they can get it on this recording here. So. All right, can we all see our I-9 documentation list?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. All right, well, I'm going to go over this really quickly since you all did a great job. List A documents, if you have something from list A, this is the only thing you will need to bring. I'm not going to read over all of them because you guys can see it, but like I mentioned, passport is going to be your easiest one. But not everyone has a passport. And so if you don't have a passport or any of these other documents here on 2 through 6, we can kind of scroll down. If you have something from list B, it will need to be accompanied by something from list C. So we had a few individuals that were bringing their driver's license or ID card. and then they were accompanying that with their social security card. We also had a similar with driver license or ID card, and then our certificate of our birth. So birth certificate. Sorry about that. So that was perfect. You guys all did great. Last little mention, if it is list B, it will have, if it's something on list B that you're bringing, like one of these 8 to 9 things, it will need to be accompanied by something from this list C here. All right, you all killed it. You all did great. Thank you all for that. And yeah, don't forget them. They are going to be important. Wonderful. For all the individuals kind of just joining in right now, we just quickly went over I-9 documentation. You did not miss too much. So with that, we can kind of move on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next information that we have, our shuttles are officially assigned. I'm gonna let one more person in to the meeting. We have 2 people on March 9th, and that shuttle is gonna depart around 1 or 1:30. We have Ollie and Zoe Moore on that date. On March 10th, it's gonna be around like a 1:30 departure. And we have Jess Chapman, Otto Fox, Elizabeth Wally, Kaylin Howe, Sean Payne, Louisa Paris, Nathan Shepard, Krista Jordan, and Megan Miller. And sorry if I butchered anybody's names, but that is everybody who's going to be on our shuttles. If you want to be on the shuttle, reach out as soon as possible. But those are the people that we have for now.
Madeline, I'm sorry. We had a few people kind of join us. Do you mind just quickly going over that again, since it's
Okay.
not too much information?
The March 9th shuttle is departing around 1 or 1:30, and it's going to be Ollie Klein, Zoe Moore, and those are the only 2 on that date. And then March 10th, we have around a 1:30 departure with Jess Chapman, Otto Fox, Elizabeth Wally, Kaylin Howe, Sean Payne, Louisa Paris, Nathan Shepard, Krista Jordan, and Megan Miller. And if you guys are taking a train into Colorado, please just continue taking that train into the Denver International Airport so we can pick you all up in one spot. I'm pretty sure I've contacted everybody, but if your name was not called and you still need a shuttle, please let me know. But that is everybody we have so far. And that's all I got. Cool.
And then just a final reminder for you all, don't forget to take the MBTI test. You should have been sent an email from, I think it's noreply@mbti.org or something like that. But if you can, please take that as soon as you can.
And if you're not seeing that email, please just reach out to us and we will kind of do something on our end and hopefully get it in your guys' hands. So yeah, if you're not seeing it, please just let us know.
Check your junk mail too.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
check your junk mail as well.
Mm.
Micah asked, when do we get results for the test?
Welcome. We-
Yes, so during Welcome Week, we'll be doing some activities that kind of are centered around MBTI specifically. So that's a great question. Awesome.
So it's a secret until you don't get to know until you're here.
And sorry.
Oh, you have someone who's going to explain it all and talk about your types, and then it'll make a lot more sense. And you get to learn all of the people around you's types too. So it's a really interesting workshop.
And so much like everything that we'll be talking about today, so if your name wasn't on the shuttle, and you know that you will need one, please just reach out to us and we will make sure that hopefully everyone can be accommodated. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna be sending out the to-do list in the Slack. It was previously sent out in an email, but if you have any questions about any of those things, please feel free to reach out to any of us.
Even I-9 documents. If you're a little hesitant, I know our first group here, but then there's been a few people that joined in after. If you're unsure on if your I-9 documents will qualify, please just send us a message and we will make sure to clarify that for you. We definitely want to make sure that once y'all get here, you're able to start work right away. So yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, everyone, we are so very excited to get to meet you all. We're in our final last countdown week here, and everyone on our Elevate team is so stoked to meet you all in person. It's been so great to get to know you all over the Slack, and I think that's just made things a little bit more exciting in terms of when you guys actually get here. Let's see, I've been doing a little weather update in the past. So weather for today in Estes Park. So we've had some beautiful weather recently. Not to say that it's not going to be cold during while your guys are living here, but today we have 48 degrees and sunny. Over the weekend, what was it, guys? I mean,
60, yeah.
it was 50 to 60 degrees. Now there's always the fun part of March in Colorado where it like tends to warm up a little bit and give you hope again, and then we get hit with another snowstorm.
It's actually supposed to snow on Thursday.
It's supposed to snow on Thursday. So do prepare for the cold. I don't want to give you guys any false hopes. Do still prepare for the cold, but it's been lovely recently, and we're excited to share that with all of y'all.
Yeah, but if you're getting here on Sunday, it's going to be a lovely sunny day with a high of 42 degrees. But when you're up here, you're a little closer to the sun, so it feels really nice. And then if you're getting here on Monday, it gets up to 49 degrees. So it's going to be a pretty nice week,
Awesome.
which is really exciting.
So our last little part of the meeting here, we want to open it up to all of y'all. So if you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to unmute your mic and jump in here so that we can get those answered for you. And yeah, so I guess I will turn the floor to everyone here. What we can do, I will say in the meantime, after this meeting, we can go ahead and send out that shuttle list. And like I mentioned, if your name is not on that list and you know you need a shuttle, please message us directly, and we will make sure to get that kind of, it's a quick little survey, just pretty much goes over what day are you getting here, what time are you getting here. So yeah. Nicholas has a question. What are, for all of us here today? So what are our favorite restaurants in town? They've been scoping around in Google Maps. That is awesome. Let's do one restaurant each. And there can be a repeat. We can emphasize it, but if there is a repeat, let's put in another restaurant. So. Oh, yeah.
We've been talking about breakfast, so I'm gonna go with Notch. It's one of the best breakfast places around here. Yeah, when I first came out here, I knew somebody who had previously worked here, and she told me that I needed to go to Notch Top, and I would say the same because it's absolutely amazing.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what have I been liking? Okay, it's a little bit pricey, but the Scratch Kitchen has some pretty awesome sandwiches. Love their cheesesteak.
And that one's right nearby us as well. It's right nearby a campus, so that's exciting.
Cool. I've been here for about a week, but I would say my favorite restaurant so far has been the Sandwich Mafia. I went there for lunch the other day, and they have some pretty good sandwiches there, so definitely would recommend checking that out.
All right, and then my favorite is probably Nepal's. It's incredible kind of Nepalese food, so kind of curries, rice, all of that great stuff. Spider, do you have a favorite in town?
Yeah, since you took Nepal's, I'm gonna jump in and say, because that would be one of my top, but I would say, depending on what I'm in the mood for, and granted, I came from Texas, so I have a pretty high standard for Mexican food, but if I got to do with here, I would say Ed's Cantina.
Yeah.
That's a great one as well, honestly.
So honorable burgers, Gyros, that is my favorite ever as well.
That one's great too. Obviously Estes is a tourist town. We have the national park right nearby, and so everyone's coming from all around the world. And burgers and gyros is a great kind of option on the cheaper side of things. So that's always nice. Alexiana
And
asks,
Ed's or Smokin' Dave's is also a good choice. They have big portions, so
yes,
Yeah.
totally. Yes, those are some of our favorite restaurants. But Nicholas, yeah, like you mentioned, definitely do your own research. You guys will be here for a good amount of time. So try out all the fun places. They're all great. And they all are run by great people as well, which I think is always nice.
Yeah.
Alexiana asks, coming in Monday, is it recommended to come before 12 or you can come just before the office closes? So I'm going to assume that you are referencing like when to stop into HR to check in. And please correct me if I'm wrong there. But if you're coming to check in for HR on Monday, yeah, anytime from 8:30 to 4:30,
Yeah.
that would work great. What we'll do there is we'll kind of document your I-9 stuff. We'll get that in the system. And then you'll get a kind of YMCA of the Rockies staff ID badge that will kind of get you into the dining hall and some other areas on campus.
And we should make that 4 o'clock because the office closes at 4:30. And that process, depending on how many people are in front of you, that can take a little bit of time. So 4 o'clock should probably be the cutoff.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a great point, Spider. Thank you. Yeah, so anytime 8:30 to 4, please check in at the HR department. And yes.
Oh, well, if you're asking about like when to arrive too, it might take you some time to navigate to the HR office. I know I was like driving a little bit around, so I would just give yourself at least an hour, to arrive here on campus so you can find it and get checked in just fine.
Yeah, and the process will take like a little bit to process all of your documents and then make your ID and everything. So
Yeah, and then do you know what we have on Monday for the extracurricular?
We have a fire on Monday
Yeah.
night. So we understand that everyone's going to be ready, but we have a fire that we'll have for you guys and some s'mores. So come out on Monday night. So if you want to join that, make sure you come here at a good time to settle in.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Is there anything not on the packing list that would be helpful to bring? Ooh.
I don't know if shower shoes are on there, but
Oh.
if it's not, you should definitely bring some shower shoes. And then it's always helpful to have a little shower caddy just because you're taking all your stuff over to the shower and showering there. So I would recommend that.
It's a great one,
That's
honestly.
also pretty easy to get here if you can't bring it. So
I haven't looked over the packing list. Is gloves on there?
probably.
Okay. Yeah.
And we do have a general dollar and a family dollar in
Yeah.
town and several thrift stores. And like Madeline sent out earlier today that we have the Mountain Shop. So if you forgot something, we're not a big town, but we do have some modern conveniences that should be able to help you until you can get to the big city to get what you need.
And when I got here, or last semester also, when people got here, a lot of people will forget things and want to take trips to go to the store. So if you don't have a car, you can just ask if anybody else is going. And people will most likely all want to carpool and go find some things. So it's not too much to stress over.
Yeah, there's a great community here, and there's quite often people are going in and out of town to get to Boulder, Denver, whatever that may be. So, yeah, there will definitely be options for you all there. Gannon says, not a question, but on the survey, it says he's coming in Monday, but he's actually coming in Sunday. Okay, Gannon, thank you for letting us know. We can get that kind of change up. What we'll probably do is we'll send you a follow-up message after this just to confirm what time and everything, just to make sure we have that information right. But thank you.
Feel free to.
I'm driving, so I don't have to worry about the shuttle.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Great.
Feel free to fill out the survey again if you wanted, but it just lets us know who we should have like their forms upstairs for when you get here.
And then kind of piggybacking off that, Nicholas asks, just being 100% sure if arriving Sunday, we can get there after 4:30 and get the keys from the admin building.
Yes.
That is correct. Sunday, there will be no one in HR to kind of check you in. And so, yes, if you are getting there anytime on Sunday, please just go to the administration building on campus. If you put YMCA the Rockies 2515 Tunnel Road into your directions, it will actually route you to the parking lot right outside of the administration building. So that kind of gives you a little bit of help in terms of where to go. And so, yeah, check in at the admin building at the front desk, and you should be able to get your keys from there. And then once again, just to reiterate, if you get here on Sunday, please still come to the HR office between 8:30 and 4 on Monday as well. Everyone should be checking in on that day.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, any other questions? Anything else?
And when you come to the HR office on Monday, bring your I-9 documentation with you, because that's where you'll need to turn it in.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you, Spider. All right, we've got Caleb asking, what are the best coffee places in Estes Park? So this one is subjective, and it is certainly a hot topic here at YMCA the Rockies. But we can go around, have you all share your best coffee places.
Such a cute with a bunch of ink related things, and then it's really good. A fun space upstairs to hang out.
Can you repeat that, Madeline? Because it didn't come through. I don't know if you guys need to get closer to the mic, but it was all garbled.
Oh, Inkwell. We love Inkwell and Brew here. It's a great coffee place that has like a beautiful inside and great space to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Inkwell, especially like if I'm sitting down and wanting to do work, which I do like once a week probably. But if I'm just like running in and out, I really want a good cup of coffee. Raven's Roast is really good. Their mocha, mwah.
Yeah, so there's quite a few coffee shops in town. Honestly, all of them are good. Those are some of the favorites, definitely. But while you're here, certainly take the time, try them all out. It's kind of one of my favorite parts of my weekend, getting to go to these places. And most of them have like a lovely little area in which you can kind of just sit down, hang out, and like there's a nice social space kind of with most of these coffee shops. So yeah, definitely explore Estes Park. There's so many beautiful places. There's small places that aren't as popular but are still just as good to mention. So yeah, definitely explore while you guys are here. Take advantage of the beautiful area that we will all be living in.
If you're a big fan of ducks, Coffee on the Rocks is a great spot. They have a little area, like a little pond right next to the coffee shop that you can bring little pieces of corn outside. You can get like $1 a scoop, and you go outside and just feed them all, and they'll follow you around when you leave the coffee shop. It's really funny and a really cute place.
And I guess one kind of final thing that I'll mention here, and once again, we can still keep it open for questions, but we are quite literally 5 to 10 minutes away from the entrance of Rocky Mountain National Park. You can also hike into parklands from the YMCA campus. So if any of y'all have a annual pass for the national parks, I would definitely highly recommend bringing that with you. We'll be doing a lot of stuff in the national park as a program, but having your own individual pass just kind of offers up a lot of freedom in terms of, you can go on park grounds whenever you'd like. And like I mentioned, literally 5 to 10 minutes away from one of the best national parks in the country. So if you have a pass, I would definitely recommend bringing that. If you don't have one, a annual pass, I believe is $80.
Yeah, 70 if you just want Rocky Mountain, but I would recommend buying the 80. So it gets you entry to any national park all year.
Awesome. And then Megan asked, can you get there without a car? You can get into Rocky Mountain National Park without a car. So like I mentioned, you can hike onto Rocky Mountain National Park property from YMCA campus itself. And a really fun and unique part about our campus here is that there's a certain trail that you can take where you leave the YMCA campus, you get onto Rocky Mountain National Park property, and it actually spits you out right next to a shuttle stop. I do want to say that those shuttle schedules may change this summer, depending on staffing and things like that. So that may change a little bit. However, that is an option. You can kind of hike to a shuttle spot, and then the shuttle will take you kind of to a variety of different trailheads on the park. So it's a really exciting opportunity living here on grounds. You do not need a car to get into the park. Nicholas asks, can you buy one in person at the entrance?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Yep.
Is that at the visitor center or
The entrance.
the entrance? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, right when you go in.
Yep. You can buy one at the entrance.
Yeah, National Park. I mean, we love our town, love the coffee shops and everything, but National Park is probably at least my favorite thing to do at any given point. So, highly recommend just getting outside.
And you totally don't even have the fun part about Rocky is that it's so beautiful. You don't even necessarily like have to always hike. Like I know a lot of us just go into the park for a drive. We'll go there to watch the sunset. So there's a lot of unique opportunities that the park offers, especially with it being so close. It's so nice. All right, I will open it up for any last minute questions, clarifications, comments, concerns, anything that y'all can think of.
Also, I put in the chat there is an Instagram. It's called Working the Rockies. That has a bunch of pictures and stuff of the Y. If you guys wanted to check that out too, for even more of a preview of what you're getting into.
Awesome. Great. Well, I will go ahead and close things up here. Like I said, and like I've been mentioning, if any of you guys have any questions at all, please just message one of us. We will make sure to get that clarified. And yeah, thank you for your time. We're so excited to see you next week in person.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.